Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Made by Bobby.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Play action. It's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
He was tackled.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
At their own 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Prescott. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Taylor. Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Patterson on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st down. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
He's brought down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And
one play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Tackle made right.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
That's the end of the first quarter.
6-0 our score after 1.
Seahawks, nothing.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw it. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's
a good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Penny, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the gun, a give to Penny. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
33-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Rashad Penny. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Ball carrier taken down at the 14-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd and 8.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
The kick is no good. That ties the game 6-6. Michael Dixon to kick.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run with Taylor, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott escaping the pressure right. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and long for Prescott. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
14,
Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Another try for Penny. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Rodgers on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, Prescott. And that's caught. It's Desmond Patman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Indianapolis.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
On second down, Prescott again. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
To Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Colts 13, Seahawks 9.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. Past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Cordero Patterson on the loose.
In your face!
And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Cordero Patterson.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Jonathan Taylor.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now it's Patterson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. We're just not playing as well as we need to.
And now look at him go. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. but there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Indianapolis.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Prescott now. This one into the hands of Burton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
To Trey Burton.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys have now moved out in front. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Quickly into the hands of Patterson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Go. Go. Check. Not 14. Switch.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Taylor. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Again, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now it's Patterson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Gerald Patterson on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Rashad Penny.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
With the give to Rashad.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now they'll run it again with Penny. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down, Prescott. Now they go screen, it's complete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play, because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
12. And the Colts 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Prescott to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
Blankenship on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
For the Colts field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
No good. Wide to the right. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.